Let's talk about let's move on to plugins for a moment and talk about that because I think that's exciting. Have you guys seen the announcement?
Yeah,
So
this
Yes.
is some cool stuff.
for everybody who doesn't know, Corona plugins are now in beta testing. Last week we sent out the email to the beta testing group, and I think there was, I don't know, like maybe 80 people or so in the list. It's growing. And so if you want to jump on the list, I will put a link in the show notes so that you can raise your hand and become a beta tester. But we sent out the email. It's for both Windows and Mac. And we started getting instant feedback in the forums on people who were beta testing. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. You guys got any particular plugins you want to see?
Well, first of all, let's mention that this is a pro feature for using the plugins that, or I guess enterprise as well. But plugins primarily is for the pro user, not the startup user, and it's taking advantage of the fact that we're able to add additional features, a different in-app monetization, things like that. The things that make it worthwhile going ahead and purchasing the upgrade to the pro version.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, so for just a little bit of back information for anybody who doesn't know exactly what a Corona plugin is, it's essentially going to be a piece of software that sits on the Corona server, and when you want to add a piece of functionality to your project, you'll just add a line of code or whatnot into your project, and then you'll be able to have access to those features and functionality within your project. So it's kind of like saying, a third party comes to us and says, "Hey, we want to build a plugin that lets you do X, Y, Z," and everybody says, "Yay, that's a great idea," and then it gets developed and now it's available to the community. So it's kind of a way of being able to extend Corona, at least definitely from a partner standpoint. There's a lot of people who would like to add or tag on to the Corona platform, and this gives them a way to be able to do it. All right, so I'm sorry, I asked before, and maybe I interrupted. Is there any particular plugins that people would like to see? You guys would like to see developed?
Well, my students are always asking for the complete paper plugin. They hit the button and it writes the whole paper for them, given any topics. So
Okay.
that's the plugin that I think is in most demand right now, so, especially as the end of the semester is approaching.
You just feed it. Yeah, it just takes a collection of words and it just puts them all in order, right?
Is that right behind the Write My Mom a Letter
Yes,
application
yes. Right. Hi, Mom, send money. We're done.
Yeah, there you go. You just check the boxes for what you want, right? We need,
I joke, but there are
That's right.
applications out there for that.
Are there really? Write my mom a letter?
I
Yes.
wrote one when I was in college.
Thank you note.
I did want to come up with a Dear John service at one point where you would just go online and you would you'd say what you wanted to say, kind of like when you order flowers or something, and then that service would call that person up and break up with them.
Was it got like a checkbox for "It's me and not you" or
Right? Yeah, exactly.
dog or
Exactly. Exactly. And then you could always have add-ons, right? So if you wanted to be particularly cruel to them, you could add that on.
the week's hottest reasons for breaking up? Check here.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah. Hey, and maybe you could even do a thing where you could, when you start a new relationship, you could go ahead and like enter that person into the system, and that way it could send you a notification like maybe 3 weeks or so. Hey, you've been going out with this person for 3 weeks. It might be time to send them a note.
So now watch. By the end of the day, there's going to be about 10 apps out there submitted to the stores.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you can do it with the graph integration here, and it will automatically unfriend and
That's
refresh.
right. There we go. Does an email and a Facebook update at the same time.
Okay, that's an idea for somebody out there. Go for it.
Change your relationship status and everything. Yeah, great.
But you got to give us credit.
That's right.
That's good, man. I'm gonna go. I think that's worth doing. Oh, that's better than Farmville. All right, so
And ad revenue for dating services.
Oh yeah. Oh, it just goes. It's endless. It just goes and goes and goes. Yeah, you could really work that out if you.
Tie-ins with all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you create that, I want you to send us a link.
yeah, there goes the
Yes.
show right there.
We will review it.
We will
You'll
review.
be on the show for sure.
Yeah, guaranteed. Oh, yeah, I love it. Oh, that's a lot of fun.